What's up? What's up? What's up? It is Monday, April 28th, and it is honestly and truthfully now. It's right now. No opportunity wasted with Angelica Ross, and we are live across YouTube and Instagram right now because TikTok right now not she done took my live access away for a second. Listen, Meta, the social media things, I think they a little perturbed with me right now because I did a couple reels that wasn't supposed to get done and hit through the gram like they did. Because I was faking the funk, like I was playing nice and I wasn't going to do some anti Zionist stuff with my friends. I was playing nice for a little bit. And then I started, going back to the regular program, which is Liberation. That's what program we on is Liberation. Good evening. Hello, everyone. Yes, come on through on Instagram. I see you all in there. Chris better have my money. Hi there, Miss Ross. I can't say but thank you for all the work you have done to raise awareness for Palestine cause. Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you for all the Brazilian fans that always come in here with their Brazilian flags. I love Brazil. Uh, Boa noite. I'm learning Portuguese. I know Spanish. I'm trying to be able to speak to all the children. To all the children. I got all my books here. Good evening, everybody. I'm feeling so great this evening, except for I got a little bit of pain in my body right now. Hello, free activists. I see you up in the building. Hello, hello. I am now going live nightly. Nightly, I'm just going to say nightly. I'm not going to explain what that means. I'm just going to say nightly and we're just going to see what happens, right? But that's what we're doing is we're going now nightly. And so in now fashion, because I'm a Buddhist and I like to kick things off and set the tone right. So I'm gonna read one of the passages from Buddhism day by day. We got one for every single day. Y'all can hear me well. I decided to plug my mic in tonight because I just wasn't feeling like, wearing a lapel mic. I am going to usually wear a lapel mic and things of that nature, but this is what we're going to be doing now. And I want to move this so this doesn't look so annoying um on camera. This is not how I had it before the other day, but we're going to figure the things out as I do the things because I don't like how that's looking. Oh, I think I don't like it because that's okay. I see what's happening there. Okay, well, we're going to figure it out. Hello, hello. And also, I will take your questions, throughout the show. There is a QR code, not for the ones, actually, let me make sure I put the lower thirds on the screen for those that are watching on YouTube. The lower third that is there, where's my lower third? Why is it not showing? The lower third that is usually there, I'm going to have to locate it in the files because I think the hard drive got disconnected. I'm the tech girl too. Right now, some days I have a production assistant, some days I don't have a production assistant. And so, today's one of those days where I do not have a production assistant and we're just doing all the things. I also had a lot of trans tech business to handle early on in the day today. It's a lot of stuff and a lot of other business stuff, doing some things with some upcoming events, possibly going to be in London. I'll let you know about that if I end up in London. I'll give you all a heads up about that. But it looks like I might be in London as well. Hey, John Tavius. I know, listen, baby, you got to hit that notification or something. I don't know why. People say they don't see me on the algorithm at all. Oh, look, another look, people are sending me thank yous. Like, thank you. Unicorn Gay 12345 says, I wanted to thank you so much. You helped me learn how to be free and be full of light. Keep spreading that love and light, Angelica. Well, thank you so, so much. And if you also want to continue learning from me. I have a course that is available on YouTube. If you are a member, you can get that. And, membership only starts at $4.99, but it's called Like a Butterfly, a masterclass on transforming your life. I just launched the course. I'm dripping it out module by module. Those who are in my community in the winner circle, they get to access it for absolutely free. So you can go there at win.missross.com or winner.missross.com. Either one should work. You'll have to sign up. You can sign in with your Gmail or however you want to sign in. Join the community, and you'll have free access to the course as well as like some monthly free exclusive live sessions where you can ask me specific guidance with specific challenges and opportunities that you're dealing with. And also, we can kind of crowdsource some intelligence and see, what we can come up with. All right. So to kick things off, today is April 28th still, because yes, it is Monday night. We doing now nightly. I need to get my dang on lower thirds on the thing because I need for my lower thirds to be on here. Wait, let me just see 1 second. When you disconnect the hard drive, sometimes it doesn't like automatically. So video vault now. Oh, that hard drive is not. The hard drive is not reading or something. What's the T, girl? I've got you hooked up directly to the computer. You not pushed all the way in. Sometimes when you be plugging, I know y'all probably just saw me. Oh no, you couldn't see the orange thing there, but it just clicked. The hard drive plug, the plug wasn't all the way in the thing. Also, let me give y'all what they call it. Um, Not a warning, but uh, why my vocabulary is, see, we gonna do some words of the day because my vocabulary, this ain't right. I got a good vocabulary, and it should not be failing me right now. I want to give I don't know, a disclaimer. Thank my goodness, why couldn't I come up with the dang on word? I want to give a disclaimer that as I'm building this and doing all of the things, some days I'm gonna come here beat for the gods. And some days, baby, all you getting is moisturizer. And I forgot some and usually some a little bit of lip Vaseline. There you go. And wait a minute. I'm not gonna show you. I'm really wearing my sweatpants underneath that I'm gonna be going to bed in after I'm done with this live. But I got the from the top up. It's given. So let me put this a little Vaseline on real quick. Mm. And don't zoom in and look too close at my nails, cause whew. Okay, I think I need to open the chat as well on YouTube so I can see what the people are chatting on YouTube. Open in web browser. Thank you very much. Great. We're signed in so I can see the chat on YouTube now. Okay. And then also I wanted I just heard a noise. Do I need to get the gun? The dogs didn't bark, so I think we're good. Okay. So now I should get these lower thirds in here. There we go. Video vault. Video vault. Come on, baby. Come on, computer. And I think it's about time for me to get a new computer, but I'm not buying a new computer because Congo. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not buying another new. I got enough gadgets around this place right now. I'm not buying another Apple product, another gadget until we start talking some serious reparations, and into the genocide for Congo, cleaning up the supply chain, um, not just like trying to pass the bucket like a hot potato by, oh, it's not my problem, not my problem, or trying to scapegoat different gangs and militias, and arming them with weapons so you can keep a conflict and keep the situation unstable. But how about taking all that influence and all that money and creating a better environment for people to do the work and to do it sustainably and to be able to give back to the land that you're taking from. Like, this is not, this is common sense. This is not rocket science, Katy Perry. It's not rocket science. So, like, okay, video vault. There we go. There's my lower thirds. Come on, get in there, get in there, get in there. There you go. All right. Now the lower thirds are going to start popping up on YouTube. We love it. Oh, but we don't want them to pop up. I guess we could kind of have it on here a little bit on the, I'll put it down here on the, whatchamacallit, on Instagram video. And again, you can, so you see, like, this the thing. It'd be great for me to have a production assistant. It would be great. And I do have a production assistant. She's amazing. I pay her to, and listen, I was going to say how much, but the only reason why I was going to say that is because I'm transparent just about the things, especially when I have production assistant. I pay her more when she's like painting and doing different things or whatever, but when she's doing production assistant work, you know what I'm saying? It's a little coin. It's not a lot. And the reason why I'm not like talking dollars right now is just because, um, one, I ain't got a lot of money, but two, I am going to be having a kind of call for more so like, I wouldn't say interns, but more of a barter situation. Because here's the thing, like, I don't always have money, but I have resources. I'm a resourceful girl. You hear me? I'm a resourceful girl. So, you give me an hour, I can give you access to the resources. You know what I'm saying? To the cameras or the, whatever. Do you want to work on a video or what have you? Now that don't mean access to me necessarily, unless maybe it might be a coaching thing, maybe, but that ain't the no. It's access to the equipment and or to the space, the podcasting space to come and learn in the space and work in the space. Otherwise, when I do have the money, I do pay productions assistants starting anywhere. You know what? I'm just gonna say it. And you know what? The reason why I'm gonna say it, tell you why I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna tell you why. Because the reason why I'm gonna tell you is because I have on good authority. Because not only have I put people on, oh God, oh my God, I should show y'all the pictures. I ain't gonna be messy like that, but I should show y'all the pictures, but I'm not gonna be messy. But I have put people on and helped them to get different jobs, like, production assistant jobs, for different, places. And they don't pay well. I think the production assistant I got was helping out was getting paid $17 an hour as a production assistant starting out. But I know here in Atlanta, I hear that some folks at certain studios are paying the girls $14 an hour as a production assistant. So I don't feel bad about starting the girls at $20 an hour. I start production assistants at $20 an hour. A lot of times I pay $25 an hour if they're really good, you know what I'm saying? They can really get things done. But the reason why I don't like having a lot of people around me that be like, oh, I would love to come work with you. I would love to come do this, because what you gonna do is get on my nerves. What you gonna do is sit around and ask me a million questions while I'm trying to get work done. I've had it happen so many times. Want to talk to me like I'm their best friend. And even when sometimes, listen, I don't know if I'm on one or what tonight, but listen, even when, you know, because it be sometimes what I need to do is take a nap. Sometimes I need the people doing what they doing so I can rest. Or so I can walk the dogs and enjoy the sun and take a break. You know? So like I know it don't always look like what I'm doing don't always look like work. But when you doing all of the things, it's all work, baby. It's all work. Showing you some love. I absolutely love your show in Vogue. My show in Vogue. You mean in Pose, maybe? I think that's what you are referring to. I'm not sure. Um, okay. So, so you can also on my so I am going to be if you are so I got it there's a couple things. There's so many announcements. My God. So let me start off with this thing on quote that I've been wanting to start off with. Okay. So April 28th. And usually when I have the ability to like do a lot of things and get the graphics on there, I'll have like the quote on there so you can read along with me, or I might put it on the screen behind me over here. Look at how beautiful this background is. It's just like a basic Apple desktop photo, but I liked it. It was cute. So, April 28th from Buddhism, Day by Day, Wisdom for Modern Life, okay, says, quote, when deluded, one is called an ordinary being, but when enlightened, one is called a Buddha. This is similar to a tarnished mirror that will shine like a jewel when polished. A mind now clouded by the illusions of innate darkness of life is like a tarnished mirror, but when polished, it's sure to become like a clear mirror, reflecting the essential nature of phenomena and the true aspect of reality. Arouse deep faith and diligently polish your mirror day and night. How should you polish it? Only by chanting Nam Yoho Renge Kyo. That is from Nichiren, end quote. Nichiren Daishonin. Um, from Nichiren Buddhism. That's why we call it Nichiren Buddhism. But again, that is why I get this practice. I love it. It is so hard. I love it, but it is so hard and it is great. But it was so hard about it is it just constantly smacking you in the face with a lot of truth that you either have a choice to face it or ignore it. But if you ignore it, it's still gonna keep knocking you, in the face. And so, you know, with so much chaos going on in the world, with so much pollution, with so much drama and negativity and negative energy, I know that even a part of the Trump administration's playbook is to keep us on our heels, spinning in circles, and confused. But one thing I am not is confused. Listen, I might be trans, but I'm not confused. Those are two different things. I know that some of y'all out there seem to think that being trans, gay, and the LGBTQ is all about confusion. But what is confusing to me is why you focus so much attention on someone else's life when you should be focusing on your own confusion. Do you understand what I'm saying here? Because America, the politics, all of it is trying to keep the girls confused. And one thing I am is clear because I polish my mirror every day. I'm a little, sometimes I mess up and I miss a session or two. But when I'm really on it, when I'm really on the vibe and I'm on it, and, anyway, but when I'm really on it, like, I'm so clear, you can't tell me. I can almost smell a lie. Don't mean I need to even call it out. I am so clear on it. That's how clear I be sometimes. So clear that I don't even, some situations, I'm like, I probably don't even need to say something in this because it's very clear. This is going nowhere. So one thing we're going to try to do now, with no opportunity wasted, is get clear on some things, right? We want to get clear on some things. So I started off with the quote. We did that. There's a couple things that I want to talk about because, child, I don't know if you saw. Wait a minute. Let me get my Let me. I. This is why I want to be having. This is why I just want to be doing it on the fly with y'all because I'm a tech person. So I might as well be like, just I got my mouse here, I got my keyboard. I might as well just be like pulling up graphics at will and doing all of that. But let me get my notes up here really quick. Don't mind my pink um sweatpants. Okay. All right. So, oh, hello, Ter, uh, Tarar. I hope I say that right, but Tarar, I remember we had like a little conversation. I know you've been working on things. Hello, hello, hello. Who else do I see on here? Tommy. Me. At the same time, see, my eyes are so small. I mean, my listen. Oh, there's the real Jaya, Jaya, Jaya J. Cause I've been calling this girl Jaya. I've been saying her name wrong. One day she came and she said, "You know, it's pronounced Jaya." I think that's what she said was Jaya. Cause I've been saying Jaya, but Jaya, the real Jaya J can sing her tail off. Sang her tail off. I cannot wait to get in the studio with her. Once I get all these, I can sing her tail off. Um. Okay, so I don't know if y'all seen. I am gonna bring these graphics up because I have to. I have to bring these graphics up because it is just quite something, and I took screenshots of it because I just had to take screenshots because I don't know if you know that Representative Hakeem Jeffries and Senator Cory Booker dropped a mixtape. Wait a second. Wait, I don't want to cover my face up. Hold on. They dropped a mixtape. Wait, let me get this down here. See, this is what I like about being able to just like do my stuff on the fly. Child, they dropped a mixtape. Wait, let me put this mixtape underneath my lower third though. There we go. But the QR code will hide for now. See, y'all see me doing all this on the fly. I need to hide the QR code. Wait, hide the QR code. Wait, not that. Hide the damn. There we go. All right, we didn't hit the QR code. Child, Senator Hakeem Jeffries and Cory Booker then dropped a mixtape. Oh, y'all didn't know they dropped a mixtape? They might listen because this obviously they obviously are trolling. They're trolling. That's what's happening, ain't it? They trolling us. Do y'all see this? Have y'all been seeing this? They trolling us. Okay. So, one second. This phone is dead. Okay, so let's grab it this one. One of y'all gonna work. Let's see. Nope, you're not gonna work. Oh, I got another one in my pocket. One second. Look, I got three phones, child. That's because I'll explain that at a later date. I'll explain why I got so many phones. No, I do not have a bunch of side dudes. I do not. The kitchen is closed until further notice. Okay. Uh, uh, why are these apps not here when I want them here? Okay, so let me try this one. Let's see if they're connected and if they'll play. Oh yeah, they are connected, so I can control it from the computer too. Look, y'all, I got control issues. I do. Got control issues. But listen, I don't got relationship issues. I'll tell you that. I sleep sound at night. Well, would not think about nobody cheating on me. I know that. But I do have some control issues. But okay. So look, listen. I think that I don't know. It's a PR situation. I don't know what's going on. But Representative Hakeem Jeffries and Senator Cory Booker said, "Let's serve Black radical aesthetic, but make it performative, sterile, and fully sponsored by AIPAC." They dropped this dramatic black and white photo. Look at them sitting on Capitol Hill steps in black and white outfits, looking like they about to drop a remix to fight the power. Child, for the people. You see it for the people. But for what people? For the Palestine people? Nope. Not for the people in Sudan. Certainly not the people in Congo. Definitely not the people in Detroit still looking for clean water. I'm just saying. I think it's just a very specific segment of the people. But the best part, somebody on Threads cooked them. Wait, let me bring up. Wait, I gotta bring cooked the girls. They cooked the girls and replied to their thread saying, I'm giving you the screenshot here. Let me find the right screenshot. There it is. Saying, okay, AIPAC Shakur. Okay, AIPAC Shakur. AIPAC Shakur. AIPAC Shakur. Listen, I hollered. I hollered because the accuracy. Where is this damn thing at? Did y'all see it? They want the aesthetics of resistance, the optics, the swagger, the pose. But when it comes time to stand for liberation, to actually vote against genocide, to block more weapons shipments, crickets. Yeah, they're raising hell all right. More like they're creating hell for all of us. And this is what happens when the Democratic Party tries to cosplay the culture while actively suppressing the people who created the culture. You can't ride Tupac's imagery while voting like Dick Cheney. So while they're busy playing album cover cosplay, the rest of us are out here raising our voices for real. So since Hakeem and Cory wanted to drop an EP, I thought that maybe we should come up with some titles for their album. You know? Songs like All Lies on Me. All Lies on Me. Y'all like that one? Or how about To Pimp a Voter? Or how about The Audacity of Optics? Let me know, let me know if y'all come up with some more album titles. Let me put them in the comments. Let me see if y'all come up with some album titles. Okay. This is Now, and we don't do performative politics, baby. We do the truth with receipts and rhythm, You know what I'm saying? Wait, let's see. AIPAC Shakur. I know. All right. I swear you beat me to it, Shanette. Who says Shanette said something? I'm looking back at the comments. All right. I'm going to keep it moving because I am going to go to bed on time tonight. I'm going to get in and put a bonnet on. We're going to be great. All Lies on Me. I know you saw it. Oh, so listen. Also, I wanted to talk about the Cornell University and Kaylani situation. And talk about what it really costs to stand on the side of justice these days. Singer Kaylani recently made headlines because Cornell University pulled out hosting her concert because she's been speaking out against genocide that's been happening in Gaza. And their excuse is that her remarks are allegedly anti Semitic. But, baby, let's be clear. Kaylani didn't say she was anti Jewish, she said she was anti genocide. Right? So, wait, let me get these graphics off the. Because we done talking about Hakeem and Corey. So, since when did, you know, since when did calling for an end to mass slaughter become controversial? When did human rights become something you could cancel someone over? Because I know exactly where she's coming from. Because last year, I stood at the same Cornell University. And let me tell you, before I even said a word about Palestine, I called them out right there on the stage. And I told them that they can keep their performative land acknowledgement that they did while they were introducing me. Because if you're not going to acknowledge the actual land dispossession that's happening right now, the colonization, the real ongoing violence that indigenous people and black people and Palestinian people are living through today, then you can keep it. Baby, when I tell you, the girls were gagging. The people who had booked me to come there, I know they were grinning in the front row because I know that they knew they had got away with something. Because I had been looking through my contract when I was going up to even perform to speak at Cornell. I was looking at things. I was like, okay, I know what time this is, but the situation is that they booked me for their 30th anniversary for their LGBTQ center at Cornell University. And they also brought me there in collaboration with the Black Student Union. And I have some video and some images of me talking to students and staff on a campus before my talk. So a lot of times what I do when I go talk at these universities, I talk to the students and staff before my talk, so I can get an idea of what's really happening on campus, and then I adjust my talk accordingly. And so that's when they told me about, there was an African student there that they were trying to silence and deport because he dared to protest for Palestine. That student was Mamoudou Tall. I think that's how you say his name. He's a doctoral candidate in Africana Studies and just recently self-deported himself after the U.S. government revoked his visa. Why? Just because he spoke up. That's it. Just because he dared to connect the dots between colonialism, resistance, and survival, and, the endowments that these universities be having. I mean, I know y'all see the pattern, right? You speak up for Gaza, you're labeled a terrorist sympathizer, Hamas. You demand justice, you're seen as a threat. Meanwhile, people and institutions who love to quote MLK, love to center diversity, love to put black and indigenous faces on their brochures, they fall silent when it's time to stand up for the oppressed in real time. It's giving we love your activism when it's safe, but not when it's real. But here's the thing, Cornell. Justice isn't cherry picked. You don't get to say you're about equality and equity while you silence voices fighting for genocide. You don't get to cancel people like Kaylani and think that we're not going to notice the deep, deep hypocrisy. And to all my fellow artists and organizers, scholars, and survivors who are losing gigs, losing friends and opportunities because you refuse to be quiet. I see you. I'm standing with you. And I promise you, history will stand with you too. This is the price of telling the truth in a world that's built on comfortable lies. But for me, I ain't never been afraid to lose what's not aligned with my soul's purpose. This is now no opportunity wasted. And this is how we win, child. Okay? We keep it real. Let's see what y'all doing in the comments. Yes, the corporate narrative, control of racism. Exactly. Country bullies him to leave. Yeah, oh yeah, they bully him to leave. Yes, absolutely. Oh yeah, I called them like on the stage. Let me tell you what was great about it was again the directors. They directors of the program and stuff like that. I mean, they probably fired by now, but the directors of the program took me out to lunch afterwards, and there was another person I think who actually didn't even work there anymore, but was a instrumental part of helping bring me to campus, and they took me to dinner afterwards, and they were just thanking me. They were like, you said so much of what we could not say. What we have not been able to say. There's been so much frustration on campus. And one of the things that I pointed out in my talk, let me tell you something. This is how bad it was. I point all this out in my talk. So then after the talk is over, I have my agent. I have my speaking agent at that time. Asked them to send me, the video because I saw that they were videotaping my talk. So I was like, okay, send me the video because I was like, oh, baby, that's going to hit. They sent me that video. It was trash. Excuse me. The video was trash. Now, I think what was happening was the students' AV department, like audio visual department, because it's students, was recording it. I would give them an F on that assignment because, child, when the audio came back, it was the audio was trash. I'ma try. Did I think yes, I did. Let me tell you something. I got the audio. I pulled out a piece of the audio and I queued it up. I queued up the audio for you, so hopefully you can hear this audio. Media file, add source. We're going to say Cornell. Okay, so let me know if y'all hear this when I play it, because it should play just right when I put it on. Cornell snippet, open.
So I want to point out that today we are here on the shoulders of a lot of history.
Turn it down a little bit.
There's a reason,
But yeah,
I think,
listen
that
how
I'm
bad
here
that audio
today.
is.
I think also some of your people that have worked to bring me here were thinking a little something too. But the universe in general, I'm thinking to myself, well, why? Why would Angelica Ross, who talks about the things that Angelica Ross talks about, why would she be here invited to this campus now? What is the significance of the timing of all of this happening now? When it comes to my story, I know that I am known technically as a celebrity. I used to think that was a four-letter word because, celeb, when they would call me a celebrity, especially sometimes from people in my community, because typically celebrities are celebrated for being the worst kind of human beings.
But you hear how bad that audio is. I'm going to turn it off by now. I'm going to turn it off. But y'all get the gist of what. Okay, I think it just stopped. Okay. But you get the gist of what I was saying. Like, how you studying in the AV department and the audio sound like that? F. You all failed. Cornell University, your AV department sucks, honey. I mean, students, y'all can study and get better. You know, you can learn and get better. But Cornell, girl, you on the list. You on the list, girl. Bowing down to this dang on administration. Wait, child. And you know, and what is so wild to me, I'm gonna tell you what is so wild. This is what is so wild about the story to me. All during the election time, you trying to educate people. We trying to educate people about all the stuff that's going on. And folks like, I don't care about what's going on over there. I care about what's going on over here. And I'm like, okay, tell that to the government. Tell that to our taxes and IRS that you care more about what's going on here. That you don't want our tax dollars going on to disrupt what's going on over there. But people don't understand how the stuff is tied. That was the wild thing to me to find out, is like people actually really don't know. Like they really don't know what's behind American foreign policy. It's not just about what's over there, it's about American interest. So I just want to talk about the question that keeps getting swept under the rug, which is who actually profits from American foreign policies? Do y'all know the answer? Not who they say benefits. Not the flag waving, freedom touting fantasy we get fed in press briefings. Nah. I'm talking about who's really laughing all the way to the bank while bombs fall and bodies drop and disappear. Trust. Somebody is always profiting. And it sure ain't the everyday American working struggling to fill up their gas tank or afford insulin. So let's start with the obvious. The defense industry. When the U.S. goes to war or even hints at a war, stocks in companies like Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, and Boeing go up like fireworks on the 4th of July. War means contracts. Contracts means billions, and billions means power. They sell it to us like it's security. But what they're really securing are their shareholder dividends. So let's look deeper. There's a whole revolving door situation happening. People go from Congress to corporate boardrooms faster than you can say conflict of interest. Defense contractors aren't just influencing policy, they're literally writing it and then cashing in on it. Hello? And then there's lobbyists, the ones in $1,000 suits whispering in the ears of lawmakers. They don't represent us. They don't represent us. They represent fossil fuels, private arms dealers, big pharma, and multinational corporations that just don't benefit from war. They depend on it. But wait, we're not done. You know who also profits? Certain foreign governments, countries that strategically align themselves with U.S. interests, not because of shared values, but because of shared profits. You scratch our back with access to land and oil or military bases, and we'll scratch yours with funding and protection, even if your record on human rights is, I know, it's straight up from a horror film. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, what do we get? We get higher taxes to pay for billion-dollar bombs. Yeah. We get veterans coming home broken, then ignored. Yeah. We get whole regions destabilized and generations of trauma. Yeah. And we haven't even touched on the media industrial complex that uses fear to manufacture consent. Headlines become weaponized, narratives become tools, and by the time we realize what's really going on, the contracts have already been signed. So, I'm asking you, who really profits from U.S. foreign policy? Defense CEOs, lobbyists, politicians turned consultants, corporations with no allegiance but to profit. And they all do it in our name. But who pays the price? Families in Gaza, children in Sudan, civilians in Ukraine, young people in the US recruited into wars they don't understand, generations of people who just want to live, not be pawns in somebody's quarterly earnings report. Girl. So when I say no opportunity wasted, I mean this moment right now is an opportunity for us to speak truth to an empire, to follow the money and the morality. Huh? Y'all still listening? You with me? Drop a comment. Tell me what foreign policy, what is it? You want me to break it down? What you want me to break down? Because if we're going to talk about justice, we got to start talking about global accountability. And that includes asking hard questions. James Baldwin said, I criticize America because I love it so much. This is Now, and this is Angelica Ross. We're doing this nightly. Nightly. Yes, I'm going to be on here nightly, baby. Nightly. But I need y'all to go over to the YouTube channel and to become a member or subscribe to the YouTube channel at youtube.com/Miss Ross. That's youtube.com/Miss Ross. You can become a member starting at just $4.99. And there are also, levels. It's levels to the membership and levels to access to me. I can't stop thinking about AIPAC Shakur. AIPAC Shakur. Lord Jesus. Lord. Okay. It's just all so performative. It really is just so performative. Cory Booker was just up there doing all what was he, the filibuster, talking all along, and then went and voted to send more bombs. I mean, you do remember when like 47 million people posted that AI generated image, all eyes on Rafah. I know y'all remember that image that went viral. A plea for the world to see, to care, to act. Creating AI images when people wouldn't even look at the real images. Creating fake images so they wouldn't have to look at the real images. But on May 6, 2024, Israel crossed Biden's so-called red line. And then what happened? Nothing. No arms embargo, no real consequences, just rubble, more bodies, more silence from the so-called leaders of the free world. While Netanyahu was up there giving speeches in occupied Jerusalem, boasting about invading Rafah, flattening it, planning to occupy it permanently, Gaza was being flattened, dying. Rafah was never just a city. It was a shelter, a last hope, a camp full of displaced people who had already fled death 12 times. And now, all eyes are needed even more. Not these performative posts, not AI sympathy, real solidarity, y'all. Like for real. Your kids ain't more important than theirs. In a moment, I'm going to share footage that was sent directly to me from journalists on the ground that are risking everything just to show you the truth. But if we're silent, if we turn our way now, we're complicit. So They sent me this video and I want to play it. And I will just, whoops, no, did I hit pause? Oh, I paused. Okay, good. I thought I hit the wrong thing, child. Woo. Um, because technology just don't be forgiven. Okay, so let me bring up the video which I downloaded onto a phone. I think it was, I tell you, having all these different situations. Okay, so it's not on this phone. Let me see if I have it on this phone. I think it might be on this phone. Yes, it's on this phone. Okay. Oh, well, this video they sent me was nonsense. Okay, but I gotta get that other video. They sent me a video of these Israeli soldiers throwing grenades inside of a school. God's chosen people. Child, if y'all don't go somewhere with that. Oh, my goodness. I want to show. Oh, well, I guess sorry. So this is the video that they sent me of the soldiers. I want to get this other video that talked about Rafa though too, but here we go. Look at that. Look at that. Mm. Look at them. They just be happy killing. And what be so wild is that America is so wild for caping for Israel. Listen, it's one thing when you got a friend that's cheating and you know they cheating, but ain't no proof. I didn't see it. I don't know. And that be the gag, is that's what people doing. That people acting like, not only are they acting like people are not posting video evidence of everything that's happening, but they're acting like these soldiers themselves are not posting videos of them going through Palestinian women's lingerie and being the worst kind of human beings. Like, they do it and post the videos themselves. They were in court arguing for their right to rape Palestinian prisoners. Yet you got listen, I don't really want to go there all the time. I really don't want to go there all the time. I really don't. I really don't want to go there all the time. I really don't. But the thing is, you lost me. You lost me. When you get up on the stage, the world stage, and you accuse folks of beheading babies and rape, every accusation ended up being a confession. Israel raping and killing babies. Like, yeah, that's what they do. That's what I think when they get the briefing, the military briefing, it say rape and kill Palestinian children. That's what Israel's mission is. That's what they love to do. Listen, let me tell you, not only girls, we gonna connect the dots. Oh my God. I'm not gonna fully connect this dot tonight, but the dot's gonna get connected because Jeffrey Epstein, it's a connection. Girls, it's a connection. I still got information to put together, but it's a connection because it's a connection. And I still got to it's a connection. I'm gonna get y'all there. It's a connection. And some of it is a low down dirty connection where that like whole sex trafficking ring that they were running, human trafficking ring, and all of that, the names, the list, a lot of that was done for, I think, political leverage, like to also like entrap certain people to be sleeping with people they didn't know were on. Like I think a lot of stuff happened. So some people probably was on there because they was freaky, and some people got on there because it was like, aha, 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 gotcha. That's what that was going on. But I'm gonna break that down at another time. Hold on. Hey, Jay Aquarius. Yeah, that was a grenade. That was a grenade that they threw into a school. Yes. So, like I told you, Israel is doing the damn thing, and it's not a good damn thing. Now, also, while Gaza burns, another heartbreak is still unfolding. One the world barely whispers about, and that's the genocide in Congo. I mean, it's bigger than one nation suffering. It's more than one nation suffering, but beneath the Congo basin lies a global treasure. 30 billion metric tons of carbon locked safely away inside Congo's ancient peatlands. 30 billion. That's the equivalent of 20 years of U.S. carbon emissions. This is why we talk about American interests, okay? If those peatlands are destroyed, if corporations, warlords, and so-called development projects start ripping through the Congo the way they plan to, it's not just going to be the Congolese people that will suffer. It's going to be all of us. We got to start caring about people before it hits us. The Peatlands Act the peatlands are like Earth's lungs, they say. They keep the climate stable. They keep the coastlines from drowning. They keep the hurricanes from getting stronger, droughts from lasting longer, fires from burning bigger. And it's under threat right now because greed knows no boundaries. Deforestation, war, illegal mining, all to chase profits at the cost of our collective survival. Saving Congo's peatlands isn't charity work. It's our self-preservation. It's the future of your children, your neighborhoods, your cities are at stake. We got to start standing up on these things, y'all. So to learn more, visit Basandja, BASANDJA.org, and get plugged into the Congo Free Tour that is coming to the U.S. Learn from grassroots Congolese organizers on Instagram, all over social media, folks who are fighting not just for their land, but they're fighting for all of our futures. Because y'all know Africa has been holding the whole world down. So when Congo is able to breathe, then we all can breathe. Then the world can breathe. I just can't believe we live in this time that I just can't believe it. But believe it, girlies. Believe it. But I think that is going to be, let me see, did I cover everything that I wanted to cover tonight? Is there anything that I should talk about that I haven't talked about? I'm seeing you in the comments. Yes. Okay. Yes. Tara, you are over on YouTube. I see you over there. Thank you for coming over to YouTube. Okay. Let me just make sure that I covered all my stories before I get up out of here and go to bed. Oh, yeah. Well, there's also the Israeli occupation army is relentlessly still targeting residential areas in the Al Shujaya neighborhood that's east of Gaza City. Um, you know, someone posted like I could say Israel just killed another family, and it could just be any time of the day, and that would be true. Um, what else on here? I think I hit all the stories. Let me just make sure. I don't see my list. There it is. Oh. Oh, yeah, I'm not ready to talk about that yet, y'all. Kanye West, I just don't know. I don't know if I can even touch that. I don't know if I can touch it. That's just too much going on with Kanye. Um, woo. I'm also just, oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Okay. Well, yes. Okay. So there is some more stuff that I'm going to share, but that's it for tonight because it's already been an hour. That's been our hour for tonight. That was great. That went by so fast. Um, I will see you all hopefully tomorrow. Tomorrow night, nightly. We're gonna be here nightly. 10 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. Pacific time. I'm gonna go put some ice on. I'm getting your girl's getting a little bit up in age, and things are happening. So I'm gonna go lay down and put some ice on this body. And I want you to all think about how you're going to take advantage of tomorrow. Waking up with the right energy and doing as much as you can to take advantage of every opportunity that you have to live the life and create the world that you want to see. That's what I've been doing here. That's why, like I said, and sometimes I have a team working here with me. Sometimes I don't. But the reality is, many days I'm here working here in this building. It's 3 stories, and it's a lot to keep this place clean, to deal with the dogs, but to also, put up the screens, drapery, walls are painted, furniture's in, sound is connected, lights are on, cameras are up. You know what I mean? We got some soundproofing going on. It's a lot going on. I'm building my dream here. Ain't nobody handing you nothing. Ain't nobody rolling out nothing for you. And this is why I'm going to say this. Listen to me when I tell you this. I ain't going to nobody nothing. Like Jay-Z said, I ain't going to nobody nothing. If me and my wife beefing. And me and my wife is this work. That's what I'm married to. This work. I'm married to the work. And so what I mean by beefing is like stuff need to be done. Stuff needs to still get done. And if I ain't got the volunteers or the money or whatever to be doing it, well, guess who got to do it? Me. And guess who gonna do it? Me. So, yeah, no, I'm not going to nobody nothing for a while. And the reason why I say for a while, because, you will see me places, and when you see me, I know that I'm collecting a check. Okay? I am collecting a check. But, like, we are in troubled times. Money's tight, inflation, tariffs, terrible people, turfs. It's tricky in these streets. Tricky. I'm staying my ass in the house until further notice. It's warm in here. The heat's on. Well, the heat ain't on. The heat's on Atlanta right now, so the air conditioning's on. It's nice and comfortable. I'm staying home until further notice, and I'm building my dream. And part of that dream is being able to have a platform that no one can take away from me. That's what my voice is. And so, look, like I say, y'all people, it's easy to support a lot of different things. It's hard to support the radical voices. It's hard to, what have you. But look, I'm going to do the work and build the audience. And if the groundswell gets big enough that you want me to run for office, I will run for office. But I will not do that if I don't see the support. And people see me speaking up all the time on all the things. There she go. There she go. But I'm speaking up for everybody and everything, and not a politician, and not getting paid to do that. Losing opportunities, actually, in fact. But I'm showing you that I'm really about that life. I have not compromised yet on that. Even when people I go to speak at problematic places, I still tell them to their faces. I spoke in February at Microsoft virtually. And, I had to keep it really cute because I saw in my contract. They made sure to put in my contract just some wording around me saying things that would be adversely, negative upon the whatever, you know how they do lawyer talk. And so I knew what they was saying. Keep it cute, basically. So I kept it cute ish. Ish. And so basically what the message that I delivered to Microsoft was this. You might not be responsible for the hardware that is coming at a cost of human lives. But you have to work with these folks with your software. Software and hardware work together. And when you're working together, when your business depends on one another, there has to be some accountability in that working relationship and in that supply chain. And so, in a certain way, I can't remember the exact words that I said, but I basically asked them to take responsibility by having the ability to respond to the situation. I told them that, I reminded them that you don't have to take blame when you're willing to take responsibility. When you're willing to be the person to respond to the situation, nobody's talking about blame. So, I really think that someone needs to take responsibility for the situation happening in Congo, because I just don't even, when I think about how boastful we are as a country, how boastful capitalists and corporations like Apple and Microsoft and all these places can be about their quarterly earnings and their innovations and all these things. At what cost? At what cost? It's disgusting that you won't take responsibility for the situation. It's disgusting. I'll leave that at that. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Yes, thank you, Tara. Thank you, Tarar. Thank you. I just see the D in there too. I don't know if it's like the full name, if you got it in there, but thank you so much. All right, y'all. Well, that's it for me tonight. I promised myself I was going to keep it to an hour and keep it cute so that I can keep doing this consistently, nightly. See you tomorrow night.